Good morning, Leicester. Hi, my name is Agafe Tamar. I'm your deputy head girl, and I'm also black. As you may know, October marks Black History Month in the UK, and I thought this year was particularly important to not only hear from, for example, a teacher talking about Black history, but to hear from the students and why Black History Month means so much, especially in 2020. For so many people, 2020 was an unexpected year. When the news of the coronavirus hit, everything had changed. The world as we knew it had changed. And not only did COVID affect families from all over the world, it was also found out from research that COVID affected Black and brown families at a disproportionate rate. And on top of that, around June onwards, there were the unspeakable deaths of Black and brown bodies. For example, Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, and Breonna Taylor. And not only was it in America, but there was a social outcry from all over the world to view Black and brown bodies as bodies that are worthy of respect and love and dignity and life. So there were protests from all over. Myself and a few other girls from our school ended up being at the protest, and I saw so many of them at school, and it just made me think about not only were we in a pandemic, a global pandemic, but we were also facing so many other things that were beyond our control. The prefix theme for the year of 2020 to 2021 is equality, and I thought one of the first steps in equality is being able to listen, and that's why today I compiled a wide array of videos from girls from all over our school to just share about their experiences being Black, especially in a time such as this.
One thing that I love about being Black is the sense of community that comes with Blackness. So I can go anywhere and I'll see another Black person and I'll just nod at them, and it's really weird, but it's like I don't have to know them. It's just the fact that they're Black. It's like such a small thing, which is a similarity between us, can connect us. And another example of community is like when Black Panther came out. That was an experience, and it was just amazing, like to see so many people come together with their soul food, their madras, their kente cloth and everything. It was just so amazing.
I love our culture. Since I'm Zambian and that's a country from Africa, I love our culture because it's so bright and it's so upbeat and it's so lively. It also has a range of different foods and clothing, and honestly it's just a really good culture to be a part of.
I think probably how rich and powerful Black culture and Black identity is, and the many, many ways to express that.
What I love about being Black is the rich culture and amazing sense of community that comes with being Black. Being able to wear my natural hair out after years of relaxer is also something that I love.
I really like my hair, or our hair really. I really like how versatile it is, because you can do so many things with it. You can leave it natural, you can do a wash and go, you can have it in braids and twists, in plaits, in dreadlocks, in faux locks, protective hairstyles in general. Or if you just don't want to deal with that, you can straighten it, and yeah, you can just straighten it and go, and that will last for 2 weeks. You don't have to continuously straighten it. It can last for a really long time.
Blackness isn't one thing. That blackness isn't a monolith, that we can come from so many different regions and just give each other that one look and somehow know what the other person is thinking because of the common thread of being Black.
What I do love about being Black though is that it kind of forces you to be strong and have a thicker skin because of what you have to face. Also, I just love myself. That could be another thing. And melanin is gorgeous.
I love the variety of cultures of Black, the different shades of Black, the different hair types of Black people.
What I love about being Black is that the island that I come from, Antigua, is such a small island and such a close-knit community that pretty much anyone that I meet who is from there is related to me in some way and is family, and that's a really important aspect, I think, of Black culture. It's family, it's treating each other like family.
One thing I love about being Black is the fact that my skin tells such a story. My skin is a statement, and it is a part of me that I've grown to love about myself so much.
Everyone assumes that I'm from Jamaica.
Okay, obviously, I don't love being vulnerable to copious amounts of both systemic and just racism that you can face, like, every day. Well, yeah, like, seeing stuff in the news with George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, Shakir Abdi, many other cases similar to that, and, like, seeing that it's happened, what's happened to them because of their race, because of them being black. And then just going, wait, I'm black. That could have been me. It's so scary. So yeah, obviously don't love that.
The fact that we are often the only black people in an all-white area. For example, in my village, we are the only black family in this white village, which can feel very uncomfortable and you can feel very out of place at times, but we've learned to deal with it.
When I went to Wales with my parents, we were the only black people in the swimming pool. So we got into the swimming pool and everyone moved out the way. And it was like the parting of the Red Sea, because it was only white people, so everyone moved out the way. So me and my parents went to the deep end of the pool, so everyone moved to the shallow end of the pool. And they were just looking at us, and there was this one little child who swam up to my mum and was trying to touch her hair. And it's just like...
One thing that I don't like about being black is that my hair is often always politicized. So if my hair is in an afro, somebody thinks I'm starting a revolution, or I'm not allowed to just be carefree with my hair, because to me my hair is just normal, but to other people it isn't. So sometimes when people ask questions, like specifically, I can understand that they're trying to be inquisitive, but in their curiosity, it further alienates me.
It's quite simple, really. What Black Lives Matter means to me is that my life matters.
To me, it means what it says, kind of. Like, black lives are valid, black lives have value too. Because, you know, we've literally been oppressed for years and years and years, and killed, and still face so much racism today as a result of all this, which annoyed me to the max, but it's okay.
And I think it can get so misconstrued in different political agendas and stuff, but what I think when I say that term is I just want to live, and I want to live a life that isn't determined by the colour of my skin.
It means to me not being afraid of police brutality or being fearful that you're black.
Black Lives Matter to me means exactly what it says it means. It means Black Lives Matter. It's not a political statement. It's not something that's up for debate. Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter to me means equality for all black lives, and it means black people finally speaking up for their freedom after years of oppression.
I would say that you can't even just put a simple meaning towards it, because it's not something that you can just think of a definition. You have to be a part of it, and not just be a black person, obviously, but you have to see it. You have to be empathetic with victims of racism. You have to research it. You have to do your own research.
And All Lives Matter is racist, even if it sounds inclusive, because it implies that everybody goes through the same amount of problems, when in reality this is not the case. And it's not all lives that were enslaved, it's not all lives that have been oppressed, and it's not all lives that have to fear for their lives because of their race. And if you're tired of the phrase BLM, then imagine how tired black people are of having to say it, because systematically we have been shown that black lives don't matter.
It's a movement dedicated to achieving racial equality in our world and removing the forms of prejudice and discrimination which unjustly have held the black community for centuries.
Why do I have to fight for my rights just because my skin's a little bit darker than yours?
And that concludes our video. Thank you so much for being able to sit and just listen. The first step starts with listening, and then all the steps after those follow active participation. And for that reason, I have compiled a list of podcasts to listen to, books to read, and films to watch to further educate yourself on several different black experiences. And yeah, I hope that you have a lovely day.